next match. Here are the 2018 Winmore World Masters. Let's introduce to the stage the reigning Jersey Classic, Wolverhampton Open and Welsh Masters champion, England's Dave Parletti. We now bring to the stage a former Winmore World Masters, Grand Slam of Darts, Finder Darts Masters and World Cup Singles Champion, the two-time Lakeside World Champion, Yorkshire's Scotty Too Hotty, Scott Wades.
So welcome back, and we're now got Dave Parletti against Scott Waites, and thankfully for all those that are listening, I'm now joined by someone else, so you can listen to another voice. And we're joined by Scott Mitchell, who managed to get past Willem Mandergrass earlier on today.
Yeah. Took a while to get going, but happy to get through it. Obviously, I missed a few doubles early doors, but we're through it now. You can't worry about it. Doing a great job, by the way, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Doing 9 hours, 10 hours yourself yesterday, and then you're back in here again today. I think you're the hero this week.
It's one of those. You got to jump in and do what you can sometimes.
Absolutely. So difficult to keep talking about the same guys and the same things, and 2 days on the trot. So fair play to you, mate. Good on you.
Yeah, I think the thing with this game is, will Scott play as well as he did last night?
This is it. I mean, you come into these games and you think, the favourite really should be Scott, but I don't think Dave played that badly last night. I think
Dave had just under 90 average,
which is nothing to be sniffed at, really, to be honest. And to jump in at that last 16 stage, I found yesterday, it was very difficult. The guys that you're playing have played all day the day before and played that format. So we haven't probably played that format for a year.
No, that's it.
So and it is very cutthroat, this best of three sort of situation with the sets. It's very cutthroat, and you make one mistake and the set's gone, and that's the biggest difference with the way that the set play works on the best of three for a set.
60.
Oh yeah. Now I'm told that Scott went out for a beer last night, and he got dragged into a karaoke bar, and I'm told by his good friend Dave that his singing was like about a 28 average. That's over 3 darts compared to 104 average he threw on the stage. So we're glad we sticks to darts and not singing.
He's not. He's a good lad. He's always up for a bit of a giggle, and Scott's always up for that. And I've done a bit of karaoke with him in the past. Along with Wayne Warren, actually, Delilah, we were doing one time in Scotland. So good days, Eddie. He never turns down a bit of karaoke. He's our Scott.
44.
As with all these games, you just as soon as you're looking from the start, you're looking to try and hit a treble 20 nice and early, get yourself settled down, get your range sorted, and then of course the next thing you want to do is hit a double and get a leg on the board as quickly as you can. So
yeah, I think that's the crucial thing.
So both lads here, I mean, Scott's sort of been struggling to find it. Another great piece of counting there from Scott.
It's been very noticeable, and don't get me wrong, from this point of view it's very easy to criticise, because you can see and you have more time to think about it. When you're down on the stage, it's totally different.
It is. Did you see me earlier? I got one right. I went 18, treble 20, treble 20, left the 167 and hit a big one. Fantastic. But you've got to try and leave it the right way, haven't you?
Yeah. So double 16 for Dave.
Smack bang centre like shelling peas. This is the leg you're looking to win now if you've lost the bull up.
Yeah, I don't. It's one of those, isn't it? I mean, Scott didn't get away quickly in that one, but then at the back end of the leg, he started to find some scores, some rhythm. So he's now going to look to push on.
Well, I lost the bull up yesterday, and I lost that first set 2-1, thinking, oh well, it's all gone with the darts, no problem. I won the bull up today, and then lost the set 2-1, and it was a disaster. So I think we spoke about yesterday about whether it's good to win the bull up or not, and I think it really does depend on which way the first set goes.
Yeah, I tend to agree. If you come out of the blocks flying, a bit like Dave's done so far, and you can take the first set, then yeah, it's not too bad. But then if you look in Scott's situation, you're saying, all right, I've not played as well as I did so far, but it's not my throw.
And let's not forget, last night he did the big average. He was the man to everybody was talking about last night after the first day, and but we both know that the Winmore World Masters was not won on a Friday.
No.
So you can only do what you can do to get to the next round, and that was Scott yesterday. And now looking at 164, he's going the 2 treble 19 route. Bullseye.
He's going to go for it.
Yeah, he went for it. So he's left him 39. He had to go for it. Parletti sat there on 161 after 9.
Yeah, you think this is it's not one of those you think they're going to get all the time, and it is one of those. Do you play poker and bluff your way and say you're not going to get it, or do you think, oh, I'm going to go for it?
Absolutely. 84 was left there in the last art, but he's left 64, so 39.
Double 10.
I think he went for a 7 there.
I would agree, but it worked out all right in the end.
I mean, it's a big area to go for, the 7 on the 19, but just the way that he let that go, or did he go for the middle wire and thought, well, hey-ho, whatever, I'm happy with both?
Yeah, it's the safest play. I mean, it's within your game with Willem when he had the 25, and he didn't go safe. He threw it into the middle of the bed and straight in the treble 9.
Yeah, lucky for me that. Yeah, but it was one of those. It was one of those. I didn't think I was a million miles away off my doubles today, and give me enough chances at them, I'll get them eventually. I think every dart player's the same, and we all think the same when we're up there.
We're always saying it. We said you scrapped the whole game. You weren't at your fluent best, but you scrapped through and got through to the next round.
Yesterday was no scoring. I was hitting a double first dart, and today was scoring, and I couldn't hit a double to save my backside at times. So, but again, if you give yourself enough chances at it, the double averages, percentages, whatever, don't matter. It's who's walking off the stage, shaking whose hand and who's won. So, averages are lovely, but they don't actually mean the world.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming down.
99.
Should have most probably gone the other way round with that one and started on the 19.
Started on 19s, I would have done that.
Dave 161.
So 120 left with the last. The treble 20 did chased, slid down the flight.
And Scott, if he can hit a big one here.
He needs a treble here to just put the pressure on Dave.
96.
And that does that, makes him think a little bit. Oh, great dart from Parletti, tops up. Double 10. Yeah, good dart.
He's very composed today, Dave.
Dave Parletti won't be known to a lot of viewers, but he's been there and thereabouts the last 2 or 3 years, and we started seeing him a couple of years ago at the odd tournament, this, that and the other. Now the last 2 years he's kind of been on it, and unfortunate with a bit of illness that he had in the Czech Republic, and It doesn't seem to have set him back, actually.
No.
It's made him more determined, missing a couple of months off the circuit at the start of the year. So,
if anything, he's most probably followed the same route as Jim Williams did when Jim came onto the circuit.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, he's a very capable player. Those around the Surrey area will know him a lot better than we do. But
I think he's topped the Surrey averages for so many years now. It's just like a standard thing over there.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal. You know, sometimes you see people have a year at it and they do well and then they drift away. But that's not been the case with Dave. He's
got for a 180. Forced into the smallest corner there was on the board there.
Yeah, the other side was a bit bigger, but you know, he's from Yorkshire. Let's go for the small corner. Saying that, I had some Yorkshire tea this morning. I'm not a big tea drinker, but Yorkshire tea were okay.
Pop out and say it's great.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
So 20 to leave tops, I think, isn't it? Yep. Just making sure he didn't get the deflection.
You think that's the easiest thing to do at a big 20, and it isn't. At times it can't be, and a little bit wayward from Dave there.
You tend, what Scott was trying to do by moving over is he's trying to take out the angle of the flight, because if you catch the flight, where's it going? You don't know.
But then when you do that, the man's back on 200. Sometimes you've got too much time, but that didn't affect Waits there, straight out. I think we're going with throw at the moment.
83.
Yeah, Scott trying to pick it up now.
Well, he knows he has to. He's now got to put Parletti under pressure on his own throw.
Yeah.
95.
And again, I think the way that it started, that is going to be a little bit of a slip there, you would class that as.
2 trebles, but 2 of the wrong ones. But it shows his range is good.
Yeah, but he
got two trebles there, are the right ones from Parletti, which just what he needed at the time, and capitalised on a poor visit from Waits. So
it's strange. Poor visit, good visit, mediocre visit.
Parletti favourite for the leg now, which he started. Definitely favourite for the leg now. It's going to come down. Yeah. So Waits way back on 277. You'd like to be thinking in your head you're looking for a 137 here or a 177. That's not going to happen.
So is he going to go the conventional route, treble 20?
6 starts at the 84 for Parletti, but is he going to need 2? Cool as you like, cool and relaxed, confident to hold his own throw.
So now, this is the leg that Scott needs to start well.
Well, it puts Waits under pressure taking that leg. It puts Waits under pressure.
Yeah, this is the thing with the best of 3. If now Dave thinks if I can hit a 180,
and if you can convince yourself that this is a leg that you're not kind of supposed to win, sometimes you do those sorts of things. And Waits straight back in the lipstick.
And now
had to hit a treble, which he did.
Now Dave he'd be thinking, right, 1 treble here, and I'm still favourite for the leg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another one.
And another one, and we're on the big 9.
Oh, here we go. So now, was John Boy the last player to hit a 9-darter in the window?
Do you know what? You've got me there, Gary.
If only little Richie Ashdown was here, he would tell us.
I think he is. I think he was.
141. Here we go.
So it's 141 for Parletti. Don't overthink it, son.
But I don't think he'd be worried about the one.
No, I think it's about winning the leg.
More about winning this set now.
Oh,
And
he's
now.
at the first one now. This is to save himself. Needs another one of those.
82.
Bit of a lunge with the last arm.
81.
So Parletti with 81 to take the set.
It's got to be 16 bullseye.
Has to be 16 bullseye. So bullseye now. Oh, he's taking a step back. Having a good look. Not wanting to throw it too quickly.
Where do you stand on this step back, or do you think you lose your rhythm, or does it refocus?
Waits has gone the way to get himself a dart at it, and he's backing himself.
There
And
we
wow,
go. What a great finish!
what a great finish! How much will that hurt? What a massive change in the game that could be.
I don't know what he's saying.
You're not standing behind the hookey. Your foot is there when you're throwing your darts. I'm standing there like that, mate. You're not? Right, fair enough.
Watch me when I'm throwing if you want. Is that all right? Is that all right?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
He's throwing the hockey and his foot's there when he's throwing his dart.
There's a little conversation there between the players and the ref. We'll try and find out about what that was a little bit later.
I don't want his foot over the line.
what do you want me to do? I know what you mean.
Seems to be a slight dispute over placement of feet.
Yeah,
Up from what I can gather, from what I'm seeing.
Put your foot behind the line, that's it. Because you did it there, practicing in your back room and went to ball, and your foot was behind line there. So you know what I'm saying
so
now?
just have a little conversation.
That's the hockey, that's the line.
We're seeing it as you guys see it.
Yeah.
We're kind of not understanding. Obviously, there's been a foot infringement by the sound of things.
I think this is now people's of the rule where we say by the sounds of it, they're saying that Dave's foot is not behind the line. That's the way.
I could only. I had a
Judging on what I can see on
very
the
similar
screen.
experience at the Europe Cup last week, where a fella was the hockeys were quite low, so
Yep.
they were less than an inch and a half high, and the guy, although his foot inside the shoe was behind the line, which is within
Yep.
the rules, the toe of his shoe was over the top, and I asked him, was there any possibility that he could put his foot behind the line of the throat, because it does say in the rules that whatever happens, you have to be behind the line of the hockey throw. And
But for Marco, now being the referee, how can he look to see if the foot's behind the line?
well, this is where your second ref comes in, isn't it? This is where your second ref comes in. But obviously on a stage, it's very difficult unless you're 90 degrees to the
Yep.
hockey, whether that ref can actually see. Dave's seen the funny side of things, which he needs to do.
Yep.
You know, he can't let this get him. Seems to have affected Waits a little bit more than it has Parletti at the moment.
100. 100. 55. 100.
That's a very solid leg from Dave there. with,
Seems unaffected
full
by the
tons.
situation. Seems unaffected by the situation. I think I know where. I think I've seen what Dave does. I've played him a few times. He puts his toe to the edge of the hockey, but then sometimes his heel, because he stands at 90 degrees to the hockey, his heel is sometimes past the throwing line, and that's what I'm trying to pick up from what Waits has said.
Yeah,
I think that's what he's saying, and he's saying just don't put your heel past the throwing line.
Yeah, so he's put a bit of pressure now on this 24 though.
Double three. Big dart, this one.
21. Shot requires 76.
Now. Double 8 for the break.
Double 8 for a break.
And there's the break.
Now was that thrown the whole point right into the barrel. That was thrown with venom.
I know he does use short points, but that was, yeah, all the way in the dartboard.
$55.
And I have to be honest, this incident, I don't think Dave actually does this on purpose. I don't think for a minute that he tries to put his heel in front. I just think that he's in the zone, he does what he does, he puts his foot to the hockey. It may go an inch or whatever in front. I don't think for a minute he does it on purpose.
Well, if you look at the way someone stands, if you stand in, as Dave does, at 90 degrees with his leg like that, if you stick your heel in front, it's not actually... Is it infringing?
It's the position that he stands. It's because he stands right over to the right hand side. He probably puts his toe on the edge of the hockey rather. If he was straight up, straight in the middle of the board, looking at the treble 20 from dead on 90 degrees, his heel couldn't go because of the width of the hockey. I think he's recovered. He's recovered well from it.
Yeah, the composure. He's got his composure, mate.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. It can unsettle you as a player, and I don't think for a minute that Scott Waits did that to unsettle him. I think he just wanted to say, "Yeah, come on, mate. Let's keep your foot behind."
It's easier to get it off your chest then,
than
after the game.
You can't wait till after the game and then mention something. You just can't do that. So,
Dave, 48 left.
136.
Yeah, double 8 going for a single 8 there. It looks like it's all forgotten from Parletti's point of view, I would say.
Dave, you require 32.
So it's on with the game.
So 32 for a breakback.
That's being short and
There we go.
Dave Parletti. Third leg, it's Dave to throw first. Game on. $140. $97.
Now key leg situation time here, I think.
It's another sort of one leg decider.
Yeah, the pendulum
for the
swinger
set.
Ones.
Absolutely.
57. $96.
Marco Mayer, impeccable as always.
Yeah.
Left-handed microphone holder, left-handed thrower when he plays as well.
Hopefully he doesn't play that often, because I do remember how well he does play when he does.
I have sort of, I've played a few games with him, and let's leave him to the MC and let's say.
94.
He's not like some of the other MCs we know that can actually throw a dart and get to different rounds in different tournaments.
There's one or two, Anthony Pup Dundas, former roommate of mine at the Scottish Open. He can throw now and again, and particularly when he's got a big wig on, sort of a coloured wig.
He was doing the prep as well on the stage, making sure the board and the lighting's all right, and he did manage to hit a 180 on the stage as well.
I don't believe that. Unless I saw it, I don't believe it.
Yeah, the other two rests were there calling it. I think they all said it was a 140 though. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
I think there's probably, the jury's out probably on that one. Parletti here,
90.
making a hole in it. No more he could do from there. So it's Waits on a 164. You can't think that this 154 has to go. Oh, tops and it goes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And a breaker throw. So now Scott throwing for the match.
Look at these averages. Look at these
95
averages.
to
95 and 93. Neither missing a lot. Neither missing a lot. But when they do, it's costing them.
And now it's got to be thinking 2 holes to throw. Done and dusted.
Yeah, thinking it and doing it is two totally different things up on that stage, Mr. Stafford, I'm telling you. This best of 3 sets, legs in a set, is a fine line. Very fine line.
Now obviously tomorrow it goes up as well, because it's then the best of 7 sets tomorrow. So it's not quite as cutthroat then, is it?
I don't know. I can't remember last time I played best of 7 sets over this. So yeah. Thanks for informing me of that. That's good. Thanks, mate. You know, I don't think you can relax anymore. It's just a case of the whole game. You've got to break it down into winning as many legs as you can. I think. And it's don't matter what sets, what format, whatever. I think you've got to win as many sets as you can, legs as you can, and hopefully you come out on the right side. Although with this format, I have played in the past on the floor, and I lost to Ross Montgomery one year, last game, and I'd won 7 legs and he'd won 6, but unfortunately mine were in the wrong sequence. So he went 3-3-2.
So Scott left 62.
So it can happen.
Yep.
The guy with the most legs doesn't always win. It can happen in remote chances. So Parletti's setting this up now. You want another one of those?
So now
He hasn't done a thing wrong here.
no.
30 plus average for this leg. Ton 95s.
He's going to get a chance.
So this is a chance. Well, Waits took the 154 last leg. Cam Parletti paying back with a 106. So treble 18.
No.
I could see the line of thought.
It was such a nice lay that he could just come off it.
Absolutely, and he's not. I've seen him at double 13 against me a few times, so I know that he will go that way.
And he did that on 206 yesterday, with 180 to leave 26. So
again, thundered that first one in, double 1.
That famous lurch into the one there.
Bit of a lurch, and let's not forget that was just a hold throw as well. That was to hold his own throw.
So now, all the pressure's on Dave now to hold.
Doesn't look like a man that's under pressure, to be honest. He looks like a man that's very positive about what he's doing. And we are going to see a lot of Parletti over the next couple of years. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. I'm telling you. I played England alongside him and part of the England team, and I was his captain. And as I have with Scott, but you know, this Dave Parletti is the guy that's coming through. He's the one that's starting to show.
It's most probably, if you look at his action, there's most probably nothing that you can say can go wrong with it. Whereas with Scott, we know he had the shoulder operation, which affected him for quite a while. Whereas Dave, it's just like twist, back, throw.
I like the way that his body is just so still. There's no rock, there's no movement. There's just movement. You know. If you could point out, if you were going to put a dart in a kid's hand and say, right, this is what you need to throw like, you'd be looking at somebody that throws like Dave, and that is sort of carbon copy of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Little body movement.
Yep.
All from the elbow. Elbow's nice and straight. Cool as calm as you like.
I see the logic. 25 to leave the 96.
Safe way to go in that situation.
59.
So I think this is, you would say this is Dave's legs now.
So 17 now, we'll leave him double 16.
77.
Double 16 hasn't been good for him so far.
No,
So now Waits is just going to try and wade in here and try and put a 140 to give him a go and put him under pressure.
Yeah, there we go. So now, it's all in Scott's hands. Hold the throw, you're through.
think if Scott can hold in 15 darts, then Parletti's got to do a 12.
1:30.
The ideal start.
Ideal start if you're chasing a 15 darter, but hey, this is darts, anything can happen. A rare
Yeah, but he's,
drift from Parletti. He's been so straight all game. Averages showed that earlier, both on a 90 plus.
100.
so now with Scott now, he's looking at it thinking, yeah, 6 more darts. If I can leave 64 after another 6. Bar Dave hitting a mice probably a 180.
140 here. This is just a little rattler. He's got it back there now. Put the pressure back on Scott. Scott needs to now hit a treble, which he has done. Oh, he's at 2.
Well, that was a very risky last dart. But it left the 130, so you've got to say he was back your own
Parletti's gonna
ability
fill this
sometimes.
up now. Great darts from Dave. He's just staying there with him. He's saying, I'm not going anywhere. Double 8. Oh, what a match. What a shot.
To win
What
the
a
match.
shot. I'd have stayed there on the treble and gone for double 5, but no. Great stuff from Waits there. We look at a 154 in that game and that 130. They were the big 2 turning points of the match.
Oh, very much so. And he progresses through now to play Jim Williams tomorrow. So,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a big 12 months for this man. Battle through ill health, and he's going to make his debut at the BDO World Championships in January. A round of applause, Dave Parletti. But it could be a big weekend for this man. The former champion is through to his 6th Winmore World Masters quarter-final. Yorkshire's Scotty Too Hotty, Scott Wade.